What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to the knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick. This song right here is for all the fellas out there taking care of business and making that money to provide for their ladies, provide for their family. And to all the ladies out there, the fellas gonna need a little bit more than a big piece of chicken. If you got a good man and you want for nothing, and you wanna keep that man, you need to learn how to check that attitude. You need to show some appreciation. You need to show some respect. Girl, you need to bow down. All my fellas, tell your lady. Bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Kiss the ring. Bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security, I give that. Devotion and honesty, I show that. Passion and love, you feel that? Bow down, girl, you need to show some respect. Obedience and loyalty, I need that. Friendship and trust, I've earned that. Gratitude, appreciation, I deserve that. Bow down, pay homage to the king in your life. Baby girl, what's the deal? Got no time for freaking girl, you're acting mad. Never want for nothing cause I'm paying the bill. Sleeping all day, the house is filthy. No meal. Come on, girl, give me some feedback. Let me know what's good, what's up. Where's your head at? Giving me attitude, not today, girl. Dead that. Strip off them clothes, I'm trying to beat that.
We're going to do a little bit different show tonight because I am getting ready to flute out in the morning to H-Tizzle. H-Town in the house, H-Town in the house, and the house is packed. So we got to get right into it. We are going to get right into this joker right here. What's the title of the show? Before I get into it, I want to see if you guys can stick to the topic. I want to see if you guys can do what we need to get done. So now we're going to shut the chat room down to where it's only chat room members can send messages. Everybody refresh and get into it. Professional women. What do we hear all the time with women today? Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Fragrance of the evening. Duro. Duro by Nasamato. And the candle is Bay from Diptyque. Why are we doing this way? Because I'm packing. I got stuff to do. But I got to ask myself a question. What is going on with professional women today? And professional modern women. And all of this so-called trauma. All this so-called trauma, this so-called stress that you're under. We're just under so much stress, so much trauma that we can't even French toast smile at the black man, at the man. We're just so, we're so bogged down. It's just so hard to be modern women. It's just, we got this and we got that, and you guys just don't know what it is to be us. And really? Is that what we're doing, ladies? But before I go ahead and say anything, I want to talk to the women because this whole notion of modern women today are so stressed even and we're underserved. Go back to the last 3 videos I've done. Is this what women really think about as part one and part two? And then that woman with the 24-year-old woman, when she finally made the confession that all people wanted, that all men have kind of known, and they all go and say the same thing because they're under so much damn stress. So much stress. We're under so much stress. Stress. It's just so much stress. And what is it? Black women are still out of order. That's what it started on Friday. And then the uploads. The uploads have been it. The uploads have been it. What are the uploads? Is this how you really feel about us? Part one and part two. Is this why men are losing hope? Part one. Part two. Modern Woman explains why smiling is so dadgum problematic. And the other woman talk about we're educated, we make money. Why would we need to smile or do anything, feel obligated to smile at black men? Okay. Well, then let's get down to it. Why is it that every one of the reasons that these women gave seem to be some sort of stress-related answer? Stress-related response. Is it me? Or is it all stress-related? We just can't do it. It's because, we're under so much stress. We're just under so much stress. We can't handle the pressure. And you guys just don't know what it is to be us these days. Okay. Granted, let's take it there. Ladies, what kind of stress and pressure are you under that is making it so hard for you even just to be decent? Decent to a man. Reasonable to a man. What is it? We really want to know. The men really want to know. I know I really want to know. Guys, do you want to know? I know I would love to know why some of y'all are so burdened. Let me tell you, one thing I do know is this generation, y'all act like y'all doing something, putting in 40-hour work week. First up, I can't see you pressure and stressed out when you 5'4", 185 pounds. You eating well. You living well. You in air conditioning. Nice car. Ain't missed no meals. Ain't had no real problem. But I want to hear from the women. What stress are you under? What's all this stress and all this trauma? What is it? Because the men need to hear what it is that keeps you so focused with your head down to where you got the RBF. Am I missing something? Am I missing something, guys? Ladies, am I missing something? What is it? What is all of this stress? Please, ladies, we're going straight to the call line because I want to hear from the ladies and the ladies only. What all this damn stress is that you're under, where is it coming from, and how can we help? Yep. How can we help? I want to know how the men can help you modern, stressed out women who are just so under it. We want to know, how is it? I mean, guys, are we on the same page, gentlemen? I think the guys are all on the same page. They're like, how can we help? How can we help? Ladies, how can men help with all this stress that you're under? So, all we're asking for is you to just tell us, what is it? What is it? And from there, you let your men step in, right? Gentlemen, ain't that it? They tell us what the stress is and the trauma is, and then you let your men step in. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. You tell us what the problem is, and then you let us go. You let us go take care of it. What do you think? You think they're going to tell us the problems? I'm hoping to hear what this is. That's what I'm hoping to hear. I am hoping to hear what this is, because honestly, ladies, from what I've seen, single women, especially single women with no children, y'all are living pretty damn cushy, comfortable lives compared to women of old. But I could be wrong. So I'm going to reserve judgment. Ladies, inform us as to what all this damn stress is. There is the link. But before you call in, we better get the likes up. I see y'all tripping. You better nope, get my likes up. Get my likes up. Y'all know how this works. Get them up. People, ladies only, we are trying to understand what all this stress you under. Please, let us men know what stress you under as a woman so we can go kill it for you. I know my CIA men, my CIA brothers, they are ready to go kill it. That's what they are ready to do. You're going to have to tell us what this stress is, what all this pain is, what all this drama is that you under, how it's so bad, and how, system is doing what it's doing. Yeah, we're going to have to hear all that. We're going to have to hear all that. Gentlemen, are y'all ready to hear about all this stress? This drama? Y'all ready to hear that? Y'all ready to hear about all this stress and this drama and all these pains and that modern women are carrying so much that we can't act right. We can't smile at you because, we strong-faced it for no reason at all. So in order to, you got to get on camera though. Here we go. So first up, oh yeah, if you're not on camera, you can't get in the guest room. Hello?
Hello, Kevin. How are you?
I am well.
That's good. Good to know.
So what is all this? First off, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. Are you married, single? What?
Single.
Any children?
No.
All right. So what's all this stress you're under?
I'm not under any stress. I actually called because I've seen a lot of your videos. I've been watching you for a little while, right?
Are you calling on the topic?
On the topic. I'm on the topic.
Right.
And this conversation about women not smiling. And I've seen your videos about women not smiling. And I've heard their opinions about not smiling. And I'm more frustrated that we feel to that extent that we cannot smile to the average man. And that makes absolutely no sense to me as a woman who was attracted to men.
Okay, so but what I'm focusing on tonight is the women with the problems, not the women who are advocating for men's side. Because honestly, when y'all do this, what it almost comes across as self-serving. Because it almost comes in like, hey, look at me, I'm on the side. I appreciate, here's the thing, I need you to listen. We appreciate that. But what we need for y'all to do is let the women who have the problems speak. And then when y'all are face to face, then y'all had this conversation. Because I said that
my circle doesn't exist like that.
Well,
so that's
okay, well then, but the thing is, expand your circle. Expand your circle because at
not
this
to
point,
the ones that's not smart enough.
Okay, well here's the problem. No, you need to listen. See, if you want to get married, you're gonna have to change the opinion of. You have to change the ethnic image of your black women. Because black men are not having it, and if all you deal with is you and your circle, what do you think the image is gonna be?
You're right.
That's why I said it is on you ladies to get out here and change your poor image. You've allowed it to happen. Yeah. It's your responsibility to fix it, or else True. You can't be mad that they have their stuff that's getting on you if you don't want to get out there and get your hands dirty. It's the same thing y'all tell from us, right? Get out there and go get your brothers who ain't doing this and that, such and so forth. Well, it's y'all's turn too. All right, so come on, ladies.
I totally agree.
All right, ladies, come on. Let's do it. I want to hear what's up with all this stress. You know what's funny? Is I knew this was going to happen. Soon as I said, you know what? Bump that. Let's do it. Let's hear about all this stress. Knew this was going to happen. There was going to be ducking and dodging and like Neo in the Matrix. If you are not on camera, you will not get on. Jared, thank you. You know how stressful it is to be a man today, to where you gotta. Can I compliment her? Can I say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, beautiful"? Can just asking somebody to smile may get you Me Too'd and canceled. You know how it is to be a man today, to just try to do something, and then somebody like myself, the nerve of just being me, having an opinion. We got to go back to your 4th grade records and pull up your progress reports. Who are you? We only do that with men. What is the stress, ladies? Or is it really just a convenient excuse for you not being competitive? Is it really just a convenient excuse for you're failing at getting the kind of men you think you want or think you deserve, and you found a convenient excuse? The people will say, well, it's stress. I don't think you're under any stress, honestly. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I am 37.
All right. What do you got for me?
Well, I think people are stressed. Uh-oh. Because I think people are stressed because they don't know how to find balance in their life.
Are you
That's
married,
what I
single?
think.
What are you?
I am single.
Any children?
Yes, I do. I have 3.
How many fathers?
1,
Why didn't you guys get married?
because he's crazy.
So I'm talking to a woman who had a man with 3 babies with a crazy man, and you want to talk about balance?
Yeah, I didn't have it. That's why I can speak on it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm dying to hear this.
What? Dying to hear what?
Your input. You said you think women are stressed because
Oh,
they don't have balance, and I think you're stressed because you have 3 kids without getting married.
no, I'm actually less stressed. So,
Huh? You
I
do
said I'm
what?
actually less stressed.
Oh,
I'm less stressed.
then
So I
what?
think
Less
so when
stressed
I
than
say
what?
balance,
Less stressed than what? Than you were when you were with him?
oh then
Okay,
absolutely.
but see, let me explain how crazy this sounds as a black man.
Okay.
You come in talking about balance, granted, but then you
Mm-hmm.
openly admit at 37 you got 3 kids by a man you never married, which is
Mm-hmm.
automatically a stressful situation. It is better to
Yeah.
raise the better. We know the facts. Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
Did you graduate?
Yes, I did.
Master's,
Yes, I
PhD?
do. Not a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
So you got an educated woman, far more educated than my 4th grade educated grandmother, but she knew at least to get married before she opened her legs and start squeezing out people.
Yeah.
Because he's at least had an adult in the house to help. And you had 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 with somebody you calling crazy.
Well, I always like to put in the caveat. I got 3 kids, pregnant twice. God is funny. So I think so when I say balance though, I think not only the balance, I mean, yes, you're talking about my stress, but I'm also talking about work stress. I think a lot of professional women, especially, uh, you know, the the code switching they have to do, the
Code switching.
yeah.
What do you have to do that black men don't have to do? Black men got a code
Well,
switch. Black
yeah,
men got to do all this
absolutely.
stuff.
Well, I'm not taking away from that. You asked about women, and I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah, I'm just having a
sexism.
conversation. What I'm trying to understand is what are black women under that is so special that no other group of women on this planet is under that keeps you from smiling at your own men? That's what I'm trying to understand. See, it's not as
Oh,
though it's not that you have problems. Every group has problems. But I need to hear,
absolutely.
like, if let's say it was a weight. Let's say that
Hmm.
white women were under a 50-pound weight and let's say Asian women were under a 62-pound weight and Hispanic women are under an 83-pound weight, I need to see the 500-pound weight black women are under to where they can't justify not smiling. I don't need to think any. I need to see it. I need to see where you just under so much pressure to where all you can do is focus to hold this weight up off your neck. That's what I need. That's what men need to see.
Well, I think the other piece is not acknowledging the stress that they're actually under. So I think you're asking a really brilliant question. I think it's a good question. I just think that women don't actually acknowledge the stress they're under, and that's why they're not smiling. I love to smile. I think it's very important. I think it's important to have balance. But if you have women who are not able to admit to the stress they're under,
okay. Are you talking about other women or are you talking about you?
Oh, I was talking about other women.
Let's talk about you.
Oh, okay.
Has this ever been you?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about when it was you. Because see, when you talk about other women, it sounds like cap. It's like you almost lecturing other women. Let's talk about when it's you. Because apparently if it's you and it's not you anymore, how'd you get to the place where it's not you?
I let go of dead weight.
Such as?
My past relationship, understanding like my joy and being appreciative in the moment.
Your past relationship, not looking your child's father?
Absolutely.
Okay, now you got a master's degree in what?
Clinical counseling.
Ain't that a bitch? You can't make this up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Oh, that's a little aggressive, Devin.
I'll make you famous.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm referring to before you tell me it's aggressive?
No.
Then before you pass judgment, why don't you ask the question?
Okay, absolutely.
As a professional, don't you think that would make more sense? Because you just assumed you knew what I was talking about.
Okay, so what would you say?
I'm saying that it amazes me how many times we have black women who are clinical professionals, therapists, that kind of stuff, who can't seem to put this stuff in their own lives, but they can give advice to other people. I have 2 videos on my channel uploaded right now with a therapist and a psychiatrist, therapist, and another counselor. And I'm talking to a woman who has a master's, and you saying you let go of all these things in your life, but what I'm trying to understand is, at 37 years old, you grew up in the same country I grew up in, where you knew having a baby outside of marriage was not a good idea.
Sure.
But you did it 3 times.
No, I did it twice.
Twice, whatever. Ma'am, the point of the matter is, it's like you guys know, but then you don't do. And then you got to get to the point to where after you've messed stuff up, my question is, why can't women like yourself just do it the right way first?
I know many women who do it the right way and are grossly unhappy and unsatisfied.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I want to hear, why can't women like yourself do it the right way? Don't tell me why I did it this way and it didn't work, but also just because you do it the right way, there's no guarantee. I don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. That's what we always do. We deflect and say, well, there's no guarantee. Remember, guys, everything's always subjective and variable or extreme. Again, you can't make this shit up.
What can't you make up?
These responses.
But it's the truth.
No, it's your truth. Why didn't you get married before you had your children?
Well, that's a great question.
But you knew that was the best case scenario to raise children and to have a balanced lifestyle. I know you knew that. You went to college, ma'am. You knew that.
Yes, you're making an assumption, though.
No, I'm making an assumption that you went to the health and you sat down with an OBGYN, and then if you went to college and graduated from high school, you knew that what's pumped out into the public discourse, that having a child as a result of a 2-parent household gives the child the best chance and also is best for raising kids. Not being a single mother of 3 kids with a crazy man. That's not an assumption. That's a pretty fair assumption.
Yeah, but people also don't know And I will say this, that would probably be my issue. That was my issue. I didn't know what I was signing up for, because people,
You knew you were signing up
I'm
to
not,
be a mother out of wedlock. You knew you didn't have a wedding. See, what you did know is you didn't have a wedding ring.
that's
And
true.
so everything else is irrelevant. You knew that. And
So
then you knew
I
you did
think,
it, but then you knew you did it again. See, this is our problem. This is one of our problems as a people. It's not that we have issues, it's that we choose to do stuff in a chaotic, disjointed way of, we don't like structure, discipline, authority. We want to do it our own way. We want to put a straw in the water with lemon and make sugar and make our own lemonade instead of just ordering lemonade. And I say, why can't our women just do the right thing, do it normal way first? Find a man. If you found a crazy man, you had to have a suitable man somewhere. Why not just pick the suitable man, deal with him, and be bored, make babies, and have a boring regular life instead of the dude that makes you tingle and is crazy?
that's a good point. You could have
So when I
talked to me at
ask, why don't
25.
women like yourself do stuff the right way first, don't tell me that I know women that did it that way and it didn't work either. See how we get back to the same place? Because you have daughters?
I have one daughter and I have sons.
All right, so you're going to tell your sons to go have babies out of wedlock? You're going to tell your daughter to do that?
No,
You're
I'm
going to
going
tell
to
her to
tell
do the
them
right
to.
way, though.
I'm going to tell them to live their life the best way that's for them, because
See,
it's not
again, subjective variable, people. Again, subjective and variable. Here it goes again. This is subjective, variable, extreme. Only God can judge me. See, we want no rules. We want no
no.
rules. Live your life the best way for you. Your truth. Walk your path. Your glory. You can't make this shit up. Cannot make it
Well,
up.
I got one question for you, because I absolutely see that you are, I appreciate what you do. I think you're great for men, but I got a question for you. I think my question is, when you are not putting in the fact that not all men are great men, and
You pick them.
toxicity and
You pick them.
dysfunction.
You pick them.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to
Absolutely.
hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how all men aren't great men. You pick who you let in your body, and you pick who you
I,
make a baby for. So I don't want to hear how bad they are, because I'm sorry.
no,
I know too many.
I
So
wasn't
what's
going
the
there.
question? Not all men are great men. I want to talk about the men you women choose. I
But
don't want to talk about
my
anybody else
question,
other than men you women choose.
absolutely,
Then
absolutely,
what's the
and
question?
not everybody ends as they began. That's the field I'm
So
in,
what's the
right?
question? What's the
So my
question?
question, okay, so my question for you is, how do you add that variable into the advice that you're giving people? So if you're telling
Oh
people
no!
that, like,
Stop! How do I add what variable in? What's the variable?
that you have to, like, have a two-parent household and be married for somebody to somebody, and because that's what it should be. Like, that's what you're saying, like that should be a
No.
rule.
Yeah, I don't know what you think you just said, but I need you to ask you. You ask me to answer a question. What variable are you asking me to add in?
The variable of toxicity, dysfunction.
Toxicity and dysfunction have no. Oh, look, ma'am.
Okay.
You're talking about the toxicity. You pick. If you don't
And
know how
that,
to pick, if no, ma'am, here's how you put that in.
okay.
If you relationships are reflective. If you pick toxic, whatever, then that's on you. It's your responsibility. You deal with the outcome. You don't blame him for being toxic. And
That's
if that's
fair.
what you picked, that's your problem.
That's fair. I agree.
So I'm not going to add in the variable for over people over here. I'm going to say pick better. But see, picking better requires you to have a calibrated picker. Picking better requires you to actually have somebody helping you, guide you, and outside of your own feelings of what you want and subjective truths. Picking better requires picking stuff that's not atavistic, that he's hot, he's got a six-pack, he got a big Johnson. No, he's boring, he got a job in a 401k and potential. See, you ladies, women have known how to pick since the beginning of time. It's just in the last 50 years, you ladies have just tried to pick based upon your feelings and what makes you happy. And it doesn't work. You pick the worst and you reproduce with them. See, the problem is not picking the men. The problem is reproducing with them, making children with them, and then throwing this chaos out into the community and then asking men like myself and everybody else to address it later. Don't have their babies. Have all the sex you want to with toxic men. Don't make babies with them. Pretty simple.
Fair enough.
Especially
Fair
not
enough.
1, 2, and 3 of them outside of marriage. Why are black women the women that seem to? I don't see white women. Yeah, more white women are starting to have babies out of wedlock. Their out of wedlock birth rate is going up, but not multiple children, by multiple men. And I'm talking to a black woman who's a bachelor and a master's. You're supposed to be on the brightest, the smartest of us, and a clinician, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting ratchet outcomes.
Well, that's fine. That's fine that you can say that. But that's not.
Ratchet. Okay, if I said this woman had 3 kids, unmarried, and she said her baby daddy crazy, would they think I'm talking to a woman that had a master's or a woman that's on Section 8? Be real.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So which one is it? Which one is it? Master's or Section 8?
Well, I just told you I have a master's.
No. So which one would people think I'm describing? A woman who has a master's or a woman who's on Section 8?
Sure. I don't know. Probably.
No.
You said Section 8, though.
So which one? Could you just give me an answer? See how we don't want to start. See how I start playing slick.
I would. Fine. I don't assume that. So I live in an area
which
where
one would?
that,
okay. You see, again, you can't make this shit up. I swear to God, you can't make it up. Notice how when it starts to get tight, they don't want to answer. It's always variable. Ma'am, at a glance, if you said a woman had 3 kids out of wedlock and had a crazy baby daddy, would most people think that's a woman who has a master's from college, or they would think that's most likely a woman who's going Section 8? Can you just answer that question?
I'll play with you. Section 8, sure.
Because why does it take everybody in the chat room understands what's going on? And see, the fact that black women like yourself, again, therapists, I'm saying the best and brightest of us, the therapists supposed to give advice to other people, can't even be honest with themselves. Well, it depends. I wouldn't make those judgments and such and so forth. You made a judgment earlier with just something I said. You can't make this shit up, people. Self-inflicted gunshots. Again, people have asked me, are you paying these women? No. Did I miss something? Anybody? I'm going to the comment section. Did I miss something? Did I over-examine something? Again, a clinician. Well, how do you factor in this or that? Marry before you carry. Accountability is like kryptonite. You can't make this shit up. And my struggle is if these are the women giving advice and counseling to other women, oh my God. See, this title of this show almost was going to be young women need to stop going to women over 35 for advice. Something along the lines, because it's like, y'all can't be honest and say, you know what? And when how we got there is we want to talk about these women and this and external and this. Okay, well, let's talk about it. And all I asked was, was this you at one time? Yes, it was. Then how did you get it to not be you? That's where the breakdown came in. Because honestly, it still is her. I don't think I was talking to a woman who had actually progressed from here to there. Her answers were still over here. And that's disturbing to me because it's like, well, anyway. The people who called in earlier. But ladies, where's all this stress? Where's all this stress? You pick poorly. It's not the fact that you decided to have sex with a toxic dude. It's the fact that you decided to make babies with him. That's the problem. Why are you making babies with guys that are toxic? And then expect the world to figure it out. and then act like you should get bonus points for being under stress. When I was a young boy, we knew enough to not say, you know, if you're going to have sex, just don't make no babies. It's almost like a lot of you women think I'm going to go the hardest way first and I'll jack things all the way up. And then once it's completely in the ditch, then I will get there. All right. The floor is open to any disagreements from women. Any disagreements from women? Any disagreements with women about anything I talk about? But I also want to talk about this one thing about my tone. My tone is my tone. I reflect what I get. And let me explain something. When I start to detect that I am dealing with some bullshit, my tone changes. So there can be somebody talking in a nice, friendly, polite voice, but if they're bullshitting me, you're going to see a change. I said it the other day. Modern women love two things, cheaters and liars. You love liars because they tell you what you want to hear. Shits and giggles. What do you think would happen if all of a sudden there was a government mandate that said all therapists had to undergo psychological evaluation? How many of our female therapists do you think would lose their ability to practice? Hello? Oh, you're walking down the street.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Hi,
I'm here
how are
now.
you? Hi.
Hi.
What's your
good.
disagreement?
My disagreement is that men have to display this, they have to give us feedback in a very particular way. And I wonder if the process of courtship and marriage can be more subtle.
Okay. Men have to give you feedback. Okay, talk to me like I'm 4 or a Cocker Spaniel. Make it simple.
This is the feedback I get a lot. Yes. I find that the way that I prepare myself for marriage is like very abstract, and my disagreement is that men have to give very concrete, tangible feedback for a woman to be prepared for his marriage.
Okay, you know how to fix that? You know how to fix that?
Exactly. This is where I get, yes, this is where
You
I
want me
get
to tell you how to
stuck
fix that?
because
Do you want me to tell you how to fix that? Hello?
yes, I do.
Okay, here's how you
Yeah.
fix that. You marry a woman. Problem solved.
A woman who can astral project with me and not need anything to be
Yep. That's what you do.
completely.
That's it. That's what you do. Because men are who we are. We have evolved. You're talking about evolutionary biology. And it would be insane to try to go walk a cat. But you can walk a dog effectively. So marry a woman.
It would be insane to walk a dog.
Okay, ma'am, your disagreement is not necessarily with something I say. Your disagreement seems to be with who men are. It's nothing I say. Men are logical. Women are feelings, emotion based. If you have a problem with men having concrete stuff, what state do you live in?
I live in Bali.
Okay. You seem like you're walking outside of buildings and structures. Do you think the women of your town or your city built those? No, they didn't. The building you live in, that concrete structure that has to have a certain load tolerance and pass certain codes to be safe for you to inhabit, There had to be rules and structure. Do you think women did that, or was it men?
I think it was men.
Uh-huh. And if women and have you ever would you live on the 100th floor of a building that was spec'd out and engineered by women who thought like you?
I would want to know who's covering them, who
Uh-huh.
backed them up.
Yeah, you mean you want to know who the men were.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the women, no.
Okay.
And I wonder if
So
that's a
you
problem.
appreciate the world the men built because you understand that if the world was built by women who think like you, it would be chaotic. Kind of like your thought process. That's fine. You can astral project and get the reality stone, do whatever you want. But ma'am, these are first world concerns. Go to a third world country and live a third world
I'm
lifestyle.
here.
Yeah, but you're on a mobile. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not living a third world lifestyle, man. You got on earbuds. Knock it off.
Yeah,
You're from
whoever built these earbuds is,
Yeah, and what part of California are you
yeah.
from?
I hope it.
What part of
I'm
California
from
are you
Los
from?
Angeles.
Thank you. How do I know California, everybody? This is why I don't like LA. You get a bunch of frappuccino, flip flop, veggie burger, soy latte, almond milk hippies. Pretty women, but wow, ma'am, you need men to be who we are. And the problem is this.
I know.
So the problem is, it seems that you and the men who, and honestly, let's be real. If men thought like you wanted them to, you wouldn't be sexually attracted to that man. Thank you.
Yeah, and
So either you
well,
marry
that's
the
why I'm not attracted
either you
to women.
marry the Cro-Magnon man that walks around with an abacus and can build structures, or you get the guy who sits around and burns sage and Palo Santo and num num urenge ochoyo with you, and y'all figure it out. But I hope you don't make his babies, because he won't be able to provide for them.
Well, the situation I've been in with these men is they want me to pay them for
Well,
children.
Well, that's a different situation. Date a man who has structure and other things like that. You won't have to worry about it. But if you want to continue to deal with hippies, can't help you out. All right, Mom. Enjoy Bali. Bali. Hello, Dolly. It's for women, not for men. Dude. How do I know she's from California? Are you kidding me? I don't like that men are all structured, but they're pretty fucking hot. And I like it that they can keep me safe. I just don't like having restrictions and boundaries and discipline. But I like the safety that it brings. Come on, ladies. Seriously? Seriously. I'm trying to be funny. I'm like, are you ladies being serious? Reminds me of one time I talked to that one dancer. Well, it depends on how she is. You California women, I'm telling you, some beautiful women in California, but ooh-wee, a different vibe out there, man. A different vibe. I ain't gonna hate on them. It's just, it's just a different vibe. I think as men, we need to start standing on the fact that we built this world. Women take for granted everything that we've done. And as men, you need to start standing on the fact that when you open the door, she should say thank you. Not for saying opening the door, for the fact that the damn door exists. Some man somewhere designed that door, and that door keeps that building secure. Sure, there are women that do this kind of thing, but you guys understand it, because ultimately it seems like women today are, gentlemen, is it me? Or does it seem like modern women are searching for things to find a problem with? I'm only got about another 30 minutes to go, and then there's another show that's going to be on another platform. But is it me, or does it seem like modern women are looking for things to find offensive? Hello? She decided to bounce herself on up out of here. Yeah, that door thing. They, I mean, I'm serious. Ask every time women start talking that step. Ask her, do you want to live on the 100th floor of a building that was spec'd out, designed, and made strictly by women who think like you do? No, because that building will come tumbling down. It's like somebody try. I mean, seriously, it's like, you know what? What can I find to complain about men today? You know, the fact that they want me to smile. How dare them? How dare them? Man, I'm riding up. How dare them? You want me to smile? Pfft, I should not be forced to smile at you. I should not have to be worried about, wow. Okay. Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I am 27. I'll be 28 in a few weeks.
Okay, do me a favor. Set your phone down so you can steady and you can stay in frame.
Okay. Let me cut this light right here.
All right, what you got for me? What's your disagreement?
I don't really have a disagreement. I kind of agree with everything that you said. I do feel like women, like with the angry part, I don't necessarily feel like it's intentional. I don't think like Black culture as a whole has taken accountability in getting like mental health help and basically getting help with dealing with all the things that we went through. And I think
Hold on,
that
hold on, hold on. You don't think that black women are intentionally mean to black men? First off, I
um
need you to get back into the center of the camera. You're off to the. There we go. More right there. You don't think that they're intentionally mean?
um in some cases, yes.
Okay.
But in right,
do you think it's more likely that they are or are not?
I would say are not.
Okay, so how many times have you heard of men going to Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, someplace, post office, and there's a black woman behind the counter, and they greet everybody else with a smile. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And when the black man comes up, it's just straight transaction.
Go ahead.
Have you heard of this?
Yes. It's
That
happened to
is
me before.
intentional.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. Yes,
And it happens all the time.
it is.
White man opens a door for a black woman. Thank you. Hispanic man, thank you. Black woman, I can't open the door my damn self. Ugh. I don't need to be what's all this reckless eyeballing and happy facing.
I
Oh,
just,
great.
yeah, you're right. But I
But the
think
thing
you
is,
should just be nice to all people. Like, I know that your point is like Black women being angry with Black men, but I
no, my,
don't,
my my point is women like yourself who can make the point you made are part of the problem. Let me tell you why. Because you don't call your sisters out to own it. You give her the benefit of the doubt. If you see her doing that, if you think, well, she must have just been having a bad day, or she must know him from somewhere else. Because if she was nice to
no, now
everybody,
I don't,
so
I'm
you do
sorry.
call him out on it.
It's not necessarily that I call them out on it, but if my opinion was to be asked for, like, I just
No,
feel
no,
like
no, no,
all
no, 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 no. Black women
nice
don't need
at
their
all
opinion to be asked for. Y'all give y'all's opinion all the goddamn time.
times.
Knock that shit off. So let's take the McDonald's example or the post
Mhm.
office example. If you saw a line of people and that woman said hi, 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 and a black man, she just said, what would you do? Honestly, what would you do?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. You're right. I wouldn't say anything because I would feel like it's not.
That's why you're part of the problem. You can
Yeah.
watch a black man get disrespected and you say nothing because of the damn sisterhood code. So when black men hear you talk about you care about us and your struggles and your traumas for us, we think you're full of crap because you
Yeah.
can see it and you don't say it. When you could easily say, dang, sis, you ain't gonna even say hi to the brother.
Yeah. I'm
Ah,
more.
but see, let's flip it up. Let's flip it up. If a black man was nice to everybody else and then saw a black woman, he just, you gonna say anything?
Um.
Yeah, see, you got to
See,
pause.
I'm not a
Yeah,
confrontational
but you had to. But the
person.
fact of the matter, you had to pause and think about it. Well, see, there was no cause. There was no pause of deliberation when it was a woman doing it to a man.
No, Kevin, I don't think that was the point I was trying to get across. Like in that situation, I would I would give you an example. Like for me at work per se, like I have patients of all different races and I work with people of all different races. If I intentionally see somebody being mean in that type of setting, I would definitely open my mouth
But
to say
but that's the
something.
difference at work because you have some authority at work. I'm talking about in life.
You're right.
See, the
Because
fact that
I feel more like it's a controlled setting at work and it's like I would feel
yeah,
like
let's be honest, you feel safe because you wouldn't want to say something to her because you're afraid she's gonna get ignorant with you too.
yeah.
That's a damn shame. That you can see a black woman be nice to everybody else and disrespect or be mean to a black man, and you wouldn't even stand up. First off, just out of solidarity to the man, you afraid of her too. Are y'all that much of a problem? Think about it. You're a black woman, you be afraid to say something to a black woman. Huh? Make it make sense.
Yeah. It
Uh-oh.
would depend on the setting.
It has to depend on the setting, and that's a damn shame. Because when a
Yeah.
black man says, when a black woman needs protection or something,
It don't
and black
matter.
men be like, that ain't my wife or whatever, whatever. And then y'all be like, well, if he said, well, depending on the setting, I do something, y'all are pretty equivocal. No, you should do something no matter what. You don't defend us like you say you do. You don't cut for us like you say you do. And you just
Yeah.
gave two examples to where I would say something, and ma'am, I've heard women twice your age say the same thing, and they're in the medical field too.
Hmm.
Black men are on our own when it comes to y'all.
I get the point that you're trying to make. I do.
Do
But
you have
I just
brothers?
like
Do you have
people.
brothers?
I have a baby brother.
How old is he?
Ricky is 15.
Okay. Well, do you want your brother to be out here on his own, or would you tell him to go get a different race of woman?
Of
Uh
course I
oh.
would be pro black women at first.
Okay, so knowing black women, he's out on his own with black women for the most part. You tell him to go suffer that.
I would hope he get a woman with.
Hope, brothers. This is why I ask the questions to see what they do with the men they say they love, and we still throw the men you say you love goes behind the code of the black woman. So even
No,
your
you
brother,
said that if he
in
would
general, man,
suffer
we're talking in
through.
generalities. In generalities, if I just said the black man is on his own when it comes to y'all, because yeah, and all the examples are we were on the same page. We were tracking. Then I threw your brother into it, and I said, your brother in the same scenario, what would you tell him? Would you tell him to get out here and just roll the dice and have to worry about this woman over here and a woman like yourself not saying anything? Or would you say just deal with a different group of women? And it comes down to no, just still deal with us. Means what you're ultimately saying is black men have no agency, no choice. We have to accept you.
No, he can go with whoever he loves, but of course,
I ask you, what would you want for him?
I would want him to be with a sane black woman.
Where y'all at?
I just relocated to Vegas, but my family is
I
based in.
said that as a joking way, ma'am, because when you go back and listen to this playback, yeah, the sisterhood code is strong. We're talking about your baby brother, and you still like, Well, I hope black before everything else.
No, it's not that, Kevin. I don't think it's black before anything else. I don't think all black women are like me and the women that you describe. I would hope he would get a woman that would stand up and defend him where matter.
Do you
No,
not watch? Do
regardless.
you not watch videos on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram where these young black men are telling you they don't date black women, don't deal with black women? Why? Because they mean.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna start listening to the men and stop telling us about and instead of going on what you think and want to believe?
I do listen to men a lot, actually.
See, I asked that question about race, not because I'm an advocate for dating out and everything else, because it crystallizes black women. Y'all want black men to be loyal no matter what.
But we got to get our stuff together. I know.
You want black men to be loyal, but you won't even be nice. Or you won't even require other women to be nice. See, the answer would have been better if you were to check the woman behind the counter who was mean to their black man or dismissive of him. Then maybe somebody would do it for your brother. Then maybe the overall ethnic image and maybe the overall temperament of how black women interact with black men in public that they don't know would increase. So your brother would have a better percentage chance. But as long as everybody's doing what you do, chances are going down.
Yeah. And I can't say, like, I wouldn't necessarily say would be afraid as far as the physical part, but it's just like if you dealing with an angry person and it's just like you never know where.
Ma'am, we know. We know what it is. And the fact that no matter how you slice it, it's sad.
Yeah. But I do love black men, and I wish that this wasn't the perception they had on us, because it's like you're naturally.
Is it accurate?
Yeah.
Then it's not. Then why do you wish black men did not accept an accurate perception?
Not that they wouldn't accept. I just wish it wasn't there. Like I wish they.
There's no wish. No. The perception is there because it's accurate. There's no need to wish that black men didn't have a perception. What you're wishing for black men, what you're basically saying is, I wish black men didn't have this perception of us. The perception is true and accurate. So you're saying you wish that black men didn't have a true, accurate perception of black women. That's wrong. What you should say is, I wish black women didn't act the way they did. Or they would do the work and change their perception. I mean.
Like,
but that's not what you said.
Yeah.
See, the way you put it, you put the onus and responsibility on men instead of putting it accountability on women. Language is tricky like that. I wish that the black men didn't have this perception. That puts it on men to change their perception instead of saying, I want black women to do the work to change our perception in black men's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That accomplishes the same thing. That accomplishes what you want to have as an outcome, right?
Yes.
Well, who does it put the accountability on? The men or the women?
Women.
Thank you. Have a good day. That's where it needs to be. Again. Hi, black man. She wouldn't say nothing. Well, it ain't my business. They may know one another. Ooh, she may be crazy. Ladies, do you not realize how alone that makes your men feel? Like, damn, we got nobody out here. All right, what about your baby brother? Well, yeah, be black no matter what. I don't think anybody can question what I think. But damn. Panini, whoever you are, Panini, you're not getting on if you're not on the camera. Stop calling if you're not going to get on the camera. Pew. Get the likes up, people. We go to intermission. See, this is crazy. This is crazy that I have to do this. Get the likes up, folks. Get my likes up if you want the calls to come back. Get my likes up if you want the calls to come back. I'm playing with y'all. I have other stuff to be doing. Let's see what the contributions and donations are. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many people have actually? The calls are in. Okay, let's read the super chat. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need at least 15. No, we got over 2,000, 20,000 people. We're going to need at least 20 more people to drop $1 in the bucket. If y'all want to keep this show going, 20 more people hit the super chat. We can shut this thing down, and we got plenty of people in the call queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the call queue. So it's up to y'all. If y'all want the show to keep going, hit the super chat. Samara, if you're not on camera, you can't be in. Lena, if you're not on camera, you can't be in. Yeah, she was a cute, but cute. Let's get it. Windows 95. I will hit it again. Y'all want this to keep going? There we go. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Nisha. Shout out to Javon. Shout out to RT. Jay Lit. Josh Marks. PKTG. Maurice. Technology Chaos. Charles Finley. St. Jerome. Alex Washington. Jay Gaiman. Trey Dukes. Hugo Balls. JJ. Matthew. Big Love. Fake Coffee. Got you. Ron. What's going on, dog? AM1. What up, fam? Got to slide out to the Bay Area. JD Kendall. Hissy Man. You got to touch my soul. Something Jules. Andrell Payne. Boosted Coyote. Ismail Bashir. Hey. Tony and Tamir. Okay, I don't know that one. Okay, we got calls coming in. I'll get back to some of these in a minute. Love the message. Pam, my dudes, appreciate it. Julius been around for a minute. He say I rebuke. Julius coming out. Julius been around since the fragrance review days, man. Look, man, I do this because I want to see better outcomes for us. But we got to have better treatment from our women. Oh, look who's back.
Oh, am I on the camera?
Hi.
Hello.
You were here the other day.
Yeah, I was, and you hung up on me.
Yep, because I told you my tone is my tone. You need to move your head down in the camera. Right? Is that what I told you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you one thing before we get started. What male content creators do you watch?
I watch The Roommates.
Okay.
That's just about it.
All right. And are you on YouTube watching the comment section, or are you in the Zoom on the or just with me right now?
What do you mean? Am I on another webpage?
No, I'm just making sure you're not watching the comments because I'm just so we can have our conversation.
Oh, no.
So you watch The Roommates. Those young men are under 30 years old. Okay, and they have a different segment. Were you raised with your father?
My stepfather.
Okay. Was he in charge in the household, or was your mother in charge?
He was.
Mm-hmm.
My mom stayed at home.
Okay, so was he nice and cuddly, or did he actually have standards and rules?
He was definitely the cool dad.
That's a problem. Because one thing you may not like about my tone, but I get results.
I see that. I mean, I guess I felt a certain way because you hung up before I got to get my point out.
What point was it? You thought I should change my tone? And I
said it wasn't that I thought you should change your tone. I thought that maybe with the conditions that we are in right now as a community, we might need a more loving approach. But right. I understand where you're coming from.
That's all we've had. You know, what you honestly said is, I said, women keep coming back, and you actually insulted the women and said, well, maybe they do this because they're used to being abused.
Well, I'm still kind of new to your channel. I saw
But that's an
you on
insult. That's insulting to women. Saying that they come over here not because the information is good, but because they're used to being abused. That was the point I made then. It's the point I make now. That's insulting,
when I
especially for
tuned in,
somebody that's
your
new.
tone
Uh,
was, well, yeah.
what about my tone?
When I tuned in, I thought your tone was a bit harsh, but like I
My
said, I
tone is
had just
my
tuned in.
tone is my tone. If you look, black women in particular have been spoken to and coddled to your detriment. Were you
I
raised
can believe
Christian?
that.
Were you raised Christian?
Yes, I was.
Right. So the new church, you can have a baby mama or four sit on the front row and not hear anything about sin, condemnation, or anything else. Everything goes today. Nobody can judge anything, not even in the church. That's why men have left. When's the last time you've been to church? And did you see any young men in there?
I haven't been to church in over a year.
Well, next time you go back, look to see how many men you see in there between the ages of 25 and 50. They don't exist. Now, my
Well,
question is, why do you feel like a man should speak to women like he's a woman?
I don't feel that a man should speak to women like, or as if he's a woman. I feel in order to be a leader, you have to understand the people you're leading and you have to try to get them to relate to you, not relate to you, but understand where you're coming from. So, you know,
Well, and the point I made, man, was I've been doing this for over a year, and I have over 20,000 people night after night. And instead of saying, well, apparently he's leading effectively, you insulted them. So I call bullshit on that.
I guess I did.
Yes. Let's get to the truth. You want me to talk, be like you think I should be. It's not going to happen. Because what I do works. It gets results. Why do you want me to change that?
Because I didn't know you were getting results. But
Well,
if you're
then
getting
why?
results, then
So
the
why would
complaints,
you? So why would you tell? So then why would you say that I need to do anything without finding out the information first?
I guess it was impulsive.
Thank you. And how old are you?
I'm 28.
A 28-year-old black woman comes in and tells a 52-year-old black man what he should do without even doing your homework, new to a platform. That's part of the problem we have in our culture. You ladies are out of order. There's nothing that's proper about that. Nothing. I am your elder. I am a professional. I have a long track record, and you're new. But our culture allows this because women are on top. And you're used to men talking to you from a place of queen mother, sea moss gold, blah, blah, blah. And I don't do it.
Okay.
Now, do you ever want to be married or have children?
I am married and I do have children
Okay. Congratulations. How long have you been married?
for 8 years.
How many children?
We have three.
Any boys?
Our firstborn was a boy.
Okay. Do you want him to be a strong, decisive leader, or do you want him to be the cool dad?
I want him to be a strong, decisive leader.
Then you can't make this shit up. You can't make it
But
up.
that's why
You
I
want
got
him to be
on.
the strong, decisive leader, and strong is not always popular, but it is effective, especially when you're empathetic. And if you watch my show, I am very empathetic. I just don't tolerate BS. And I call it both ways, and I hold myself to the highest standard. I call myself on it too. I'm not doing it to be mean or anything like that. So I'm glad you sat back and watched the show and understand that men who are saying soft things that tickles women's ears, they're selling books and courses and CDs. I'm not selling any of those things. But look, do you see any men in those audiences? Any single men in those audiences? And they're no, not. All right. Appreciate it.
Well,
I, get
thank
back
you.
to the kids. Thank you. Bye-bye. I got to get to the next call. Thank you. At least she called back. But yeah, ladies, don't just call in and assume that you know what's happening over here. Hello. Hi, your audio is not on.
Oh, you can hear me?
I can now.
Sorry.
What's your
I'm
disagreement?
sorry. I actually don't have a great disagreement, but I can say a woman can be stressed, but, and forgive me for like stuttering because this is my first time on your show.
Okay.
Somebody referred me to you,
Okay.
and I'm
Do me
listening
a
and
favor.
I'm
Do me a favor. Could
understanding.
you move your phone back a little bit more? Cause there you go. And try to keep
You can see
yourself
me.
centered.
I'm trying to
Right.
get in the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
you can see me now.
Yeah. Go ahead. A woman can be stressed.
A woman can be stressed, but it goes both ways. It goes both ways. A man's gonna be stressed. A man want to be held. A man want to, feel like he's wanted and he's needed too. You
So
understand?
so we're talking about
Yeah.
black women. So let me say that a black woman can be stressed, but I find it
Yep.
interesting that they can check that stress when they're at work or when their paycheck or something like that's on the line. When something regarding their income, survival, or whatever, that stress seems to be moderated. It's only seems
Yes.
with the black man to where it's just no holds barred.
But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
No.
Respect is due on both sides.
Well, well.
And the
Both sides.
conversation
Who
that
do you?
you
Oh,
just
I
had
got
a
a.
moment
Okay, I got a
ago,
question for you. I got a question for you. Then, how old
go
are you?
ahead.
How old are you?
I'm 30, 36, I think.
30, 36. You think? Who do you think gives more respect to? Who do you think gives more respect to the opposite? Do you think black men give more respect to black women, or you think black women give more respect to black men?
From what I've seen, I think black men give respect to black women.
Thank you. So if it goes both ways, we're not getting back what we give.
And I listen, that's what I was going to tell you. The conversation that you had with one of the young ladies when you was asking about if my sister or my friend disrespected a man, would you call her out? Yes, I'm gonna call her out because we need to support our black men. We supposed to
But
show
you know
them.
that's really not the
Go
way
ahead.
it tends to happen, though.
And it doesn't. It's sad. It's seriously sad because you have women out there that actually give that respect to a man, but
Mm-hmm.
because he's been hurt and torn down so much by another black woman, it's like they don't know how to trust another black woman that wants to give him that footstool, that pedestal.
Okay, Kiki. Appreciate it calling in. I'm glad you answered the question though. Black men, we give more respect to women than they give to us. Is this are you a I can't see. You look like a who in the guest room? I don't know. You like a I don't want to say, man. Do I want to insult you? The name says Renee.
Yeah.
Hello? See y'all
Hi.
in the dark. I
Hello.
can't see.
Oh, sorry. I'm at
So,
work, so I can't
huh?
turn on the light.
How
I'm
you're
at
where?
work, so I can't turn on the light.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
What's your disagreement?
It's not a disagreement per se. It's more of like a question for advice. Like, how does
We're
a
only
woman
doing
who's
disagreements right now. We're doing disagreements right now. Disagreements, not advice.
okay?
Disagreements. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna say something. This is gonna be kind of harsh. Okay. Sometimes y'all see me looking and try to determine. I'm having a hard time determining if some of the people calling in here are female. black women, women, that should not be. I mentioned this the other day when in Atlanta. One of the problems that a lot of men say is because the amount of colorful hair and all this other kind of stuff, that men who dress like women are being confused or mistaken for actual women. All right. But see, part of the issue, ladies, is when you allow yourself to become the size of a guy. I should be able to look at a glance and see if there's a woman in the call queue. I should not have to be doing this. Is that a woman? Let me just leave it there. Oh my. All right, let me get up out of here, man. Godfather had a good show. Ladies, go back to the post office situation. If you're not checking a woman for being rude to a black man, being dismissive to him, then don't say you love us. Don't say you love black men and respect them. If you can tolerate somebody disrespect, if you can tolerate a black woman being dismissive, disrespectful, or rude to a black man in your face, you're just as guilty as her. Because you heard the one sister say that black men give more respect to black women than black women give to black men, and she's right. Because we were raised in a matriarchy. But how long do you expect that to happen? Men are, like I said, beginning to lose hope. And this is something y'all gonna have to fix amongst yourselves. Because I think it is completely irrational to think that your young brother, should have to just roll the dice and hope he gets treated like a human being by someone who has no reason to treat him as less. Again, listen, what catastrophic stresses or traumas have we really heard about over the last year that the rank and file black woman is under that justifies the way she walks through the world engaging black men? What catastrophic stresses or traumas have we heard given by the rank and file black woman over the last year that justifies the way she walks through the world engaging black men? I haven't heard of it. So to me, it just sounds like another excuse, another reason, another take me as I am. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to be in Houston with the Pretty Professional Problems. Yeah, we're going down to Houston. All the pretty professional women down in H-Town. Oh, it's going to be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Tomorrow night, I'll be on Central Time, so the show may start 1 hour late. I'll post it on the community tab. I'll be on IG tomorrow, and then on Friday, I'll be in Houston from the hotel. That one show on Friday is going to be dope. That's some beautiful women in Houston. And then I'm still going to do the show on men, but I want to be in the new spot because, man, we got to talk about high value men, and we got to talk about how high value moves. Discipline is really important. And see, one of the things I think we're noticing here is a lack of discipline and structure. Maybe we need a discipline. Maybe we need a discipline and a code of conduct, a code of behavior we have towards one another that you volunteer to be a part of. If you get your Power Ranger badge and say, I'm part of the high value, whatever, then you're going to live by a standard. Meaning, there's a man, I'm going to act this way, and there's a woman, I'm going to act that way. We got to figure out something because we all we got. And we don't seem like the show Friday night and other night are still reverberating across YouTube. I can't make this stuff up. And I will say this also. Ladies, especially to all the therapists, are you therapists seeking therapy? Because again, people want to see that the people who are supposed to know are doing it in their lives. And unfortunately, maybe I just haven't talked to the right groups yet. Should we hold out hope? I don't know. But anyway, I got to get on doing what I got to do. I'm hungry. I got to pack. I love you guys. Godfather is doing the damn thing. Can't wait to get down to Houston, Texas, home of the thick yellow bones, thick red bones. Ooh, it's crawfish season 2. Houston is the first place I ever ran into a Texas woman mixed with a New Orleans woman. They got a certain kind of red bone in H-Town, and it's so hot and humid there. The skin is pretty. Oh, Houston got some fine sisters. Ooh. So I laugh when people talk out. He gay shit. Leave a girl around me and let's see. Oh my God, Houston got some bad chicks. Oh, but y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. We're going to see if we can figure it out. We're going to see if we can get it done. Get some of these pretty professional problems on the right track with some of these high value brothers, some of these productive, competitive, successful men, some of these top 20 brothers. Not everybody has to be top 10. Some of these top 20 brothers. And get the shit crack-a-lacking. Shout out to my brothers from another mother. It is still a show for everybody. I know I've been talking a lot about black this, black that, but this stuff is universal. This is a Western thing, y'all. This is a Western thing. Womanism, feminism, whatever isms we got along. It may be happening right here. Wait a minute. It'll be creeping up over there in a minute. Don't. Let's stop it right now. But the way we stop it is men got to stand up and do our part. If you followed me for the first 3 years, you understand that I expect a lot from us. I laugh when I talk to some guys who I do consultations with. I'm like, how am I half your age and working twice as hard? Come on, man. Show your work. Gentlemen, show your work. Ladies, show your worth. Till the next time, peace. We're gone. I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Shout out to LA.
It's not hard.
I know, man, people in LA mad at me, but y'all know y'all be out there with that old almond milk, soy butter, but it's all good. It got cold here.
No need to say.
It's like middle of April and it's freezing outside. I gotta go, people. Short show. One love. We're gone.